Let me tell you a little story. It's an extraordinary story about how I really pushed myself out of a comfort zone. It is also a story about partnerships in marriages. This is Deepika Singh. Welcome to She Means Business. For all my life, which is 49 years, I have been terrified of water, which is why I've never learned swimming as well. Even if I get into a swimming pool, I don't allow the water to come up beyond my waist level. And then last weekend, I spent 2 days doing pool training for my scuba diving course, which involved, amongst other things, swimming across the breadth of a 17 feet deep pool, stepping into that 17 feet deep pool, and then going underwater 17 feet to learn and practice scuba diving skills. How? This is a story of that. I've never really enjoyed physical activity. While I've done a lot of sports in school, I have never really pushed myself or enjoyed, all the running and gymming and all of that. I haven't. And then I fell in love with and got married to a man who does. In school, he's always participated in a lot of sports tournaments. And even after we got married, he would continue to do so. And he would continue to find new sports and continue to push himself. And then slowly, I began to follow him for two reasons. One, because it led to shared experiences. These were things that we were doing together, and it led to a lot of bonding. And two, and more importantly, I actually began to enjoy pushing myself in these physical activities. So when he started gymming, I started gymming. He started running the full marathon, I started running the half marathon. He went on treks, and I would follow him. I would crib and I would complain because I would be pushing myself a lot. But the growth and the enjoyment was so much that I willingly and voluntarily continued to push myself. And in every experience, there was so much bonding because, we talk about our individual challenges, we talk about what worked for us, what we enjoyed, what we didn't enjoy. It was amazing, led to a lot of bonding. And also, I could feel the growth in me as a person till last year. Last year, he decided to go for a trek in the Himalayas. This seemed like a difficult trek, and I said no, I would sit this one out. He tried to convince me, but I was adamant. I said, no, I'm not going to do this one. This looks really difficult. And after a point, even he did not push me because he realized it's my decision. 2 days 2 days after he had left, I began to have major FOMO. Because we've always shared these experiences together. Now suddenly I was not a part of it, and I was not liking that at all. And even when he would call me and tell me what was happening, I could feel that he was missing not having me there as well. But he wasn't saying it because he did not want me to feel guilty about it. Also, for about a couple of days, there was very bad weather up there, and I lost all contact with him, which was not a very happy situation. I would rather be with him in circumstances like these than not with him. So that's when I decided, however tough, I would, participate in all of these experiences with him. I would push myself because it's a lot of fun, and I wanted to be with him. So that's that. That's what I decided. Now, a few months later, in October last year, we went for a holiday to Turkey. During that holiday, we visited this small beach resort town called Bodrum. Very pretty. And one of the things we did over there was a boat ride. Now, the agenda for the day was that the boat would go to several nearby islands and would anchor and stop, and people could get off and swim in the sea. Sounded like a lot of fun, so we went. The challenge is I can't swim at all. And my husband also cannot swim that well. This is one sport that he's never actively pursued. So while he can get in the water, can splash around a little bit, but he's not very good at swimming. So there we were on that boat. Me so terrified of the water, not even wanting to put one foot into the water. And he went down, splashed a little, and came back. And I kid you not, there were people actually diving from the top of that boat into the open water, into the sea. And we thought to ourselves, this looks like so much fun. Why are we not being able to do this? So we decided that when we come back, we will definitely learn swimming. And I decided, yes, I will push myself and I will learn swimming. But nothing really happened after that. Then a few months later, during Christmas, we met a couple of friends at a party who were telling us about this scuba diving holiday that they went to. Now, if you go for a holiday and you decide to do scuba diving, you can, even if you don't know swimming. Um, any recreational or fun dive can be done. An instructor will go with you. First, they will, of course, teach you, give you instructions. Then, an instructor will go with you, and you will not go very deep, almost like 6 or 7 meters. The maximum permissible limit, the depth for a fun or a recreational scuba dive is 12 meters. And most instructors will not even take you beyond 6 or 8, because you don't know how you will react underwater. They don't know how you will react underwater. So that's a fun recreational scuba dive anyone can do. But for a dive trip, and also for diving at most international sites, you need a certification. For example, a PADI certificate. What a PADI certificate does is it gives you several hours of both practical training in a pool as well as theory, and then you give an exam. Now you're better prepared to be underwater. You know your equipment, you know your gear, you know all the signals, so you can go deeper. While the first 2-3 dives will again not be very deep, but with every subsequent dive you can go deeper and deeper up to a legal permissible depth of 40 meters. Now, these two friends had done a PADI course, a scuba diving course, and then had gone for a diving holiday which involved 2 dives in a day for about 6 to 8 days. Now, this seemed like a gorgeous challenge to my husband. He was like, Deepika, this is going to be our next holiday. And I'm like, okay, I'm terrified of the water. We haven't even started learning how to swim. And for PADI certification, you need to know basic swimming. Okay, let's do this. So then we decided that we would get serious about learning our swimming, and we signed up for swimming lessons nearby. And that was a very pivotal moment for me, because I decided, when I went for my swimming lesson, I decided that I would go with a very positive mindset, and I will go and not say no to anything that the instructor is saying. So I will say yes. If he tells me put your head underwater, I will do so. Whatever he's teaching, I will learn. And that's the mindset I went with for my first class, and that really worked. I decided not to overthink at all. So I stood by the pool and I went right in. There was no, oh my God, should I do this? Oh my God, it looks so deep. Oh my God, what if so and so happens? Nothing like that. I did exactly what the instructor was asking me to do without any overthinking. And that really, really helped. So I learned some bit of swimming. And then we signed up for this scuba diving course. I wasn't very good at the swimming, because you can't learn swimming in like a month. But we still signed up for the course. And then we told the course guys, the PADI guys, that we will come for day 1 of training. And if both of us are comfortable, then we will come for day 2, which is a far tougher day. They said, okay. I landed up for the training. And again, while the pool was really large and very, very deep, I had never been into a swimming pool more than 5.5 feet depth. This was 17 feet, and when the instructor was telling us everything that we had to do over the next couple of days, I was like, Deepika, it was 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock on both days. And I thought to myself, Deepika, 4 o'clock will come, you will also reach 4 o'clock. Now, because what is the worst that can happen? I'm not going to die, is it? There are some lots of people as well as some excellent instructors to take care of me. So I will reach 4 o'clock. Now, do I want to reach 4 o'clock doing things that I do every weekend? Or do I want to do something new, push myself out of my comfort zone? And that's the thought that carried me. And I had so much fun. I learned something new. And I was really so happy with myself, which was my learning actually from those 2 days, that time will pass. How you choose to pass that time is what counts. So those were my 2 days. I learned to go underwater. I learned everything about scuba diving. And I actually enjoyed being underwater. And I also discovered that I was good at it. So all my fears of water disappeared. And I'm making this video today because I've realized that pushing yourself out of your comfort zone is really the only way to grow. Really. I feel I'm a changed person. To discover that not only was I just overthinking, I was doing that, which is why all of this was happening. Just by stopping to overthink and just by following instructions and just by trusting the universe and the people around me, I was able to do so much. So growth really lies outside of our comfort zones, and I really feel like a very changed, a very different person, and I'm very happy with myself for having done this. So I am now looking forward to my open water dive, which happens in the next couple of months, which means that I will be going to a sea somewhere and then diving into the sea. And I'm actually looking forward to that. So from a person who all her life has been so scared, terrified of the water, I'm actually someone who spent many hours under a 17-foot deep pool, and I'm now actually looking forward to an open water dive. I feel so different. The two things that have really helped in pushing myself out of my comfort zone is, one, not overthinking at all. So not going next to the water and saying, oh my god, Deepika, what will happen? This pool is now 17 foot deep. I can't do this. So no overthinking. And the second thing I think is surrounding yourself with people who are risk takers or who continuously push themselves out of their comfort zone. I think, my husband, because he does this and because he's always been so encouraging, with all of these physical activities, that following him has really encouraged me and has helped me find so many hidden pockets of strength and courage and fun. Doing all of these things together has also led to a lot of bonding. So I think trusting your instincts and trusting the people around you who are taking these challenges and who are pushing themselves out of their comfort zone really, really helps. And that's what I've been doing. And I just wanted to share this experience with you because it's been extraordinary and very pivotal. If you like this, if you like this video, if you like this video, don't forget to press on the like button, don't forget to share it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I mostly create content around executive presence, which is communication skills, presentation skills, confidence, body language, but sometimes I also create content from the lens of a 49-year-old woman sharing my life lessons and life experiences, which is what this video was about. You can also follow me on social media. I'm available as She Means Business Deepika Singh pretty much everywhere. Till next time, bye-bye.